You're listening to the Intuitive Souls podcast. I am your host, Erica Russo, and this podcast is designed to educate, inspire, and enlighten. Let's wake up together. Hey guys, welcome to the show. I am Erica Russo, psychic medium and lover of all things woo-woo, and I am the host of this wonderful podcast. And I am so thankful that you are tuning in. If you are driving to work or listening to this at home, thank you so much. And I really hope that this episode touches base with some of you. This is going to be a solo show, and I am going to be talking about kind of the struggles of being a mompreneur and, raising businesses and babies and all the stress that comes with it, because we don't give ourselves enough credit. And I really wanted to do an episode where I just let you know my life and let you know the status of what's going on in my life and the struggles that I go through every single day being a stay-at-home mom, which is, my number one priority, and kind of building this business for myself. I want you guys to hear, the dirty stuff that people don't really talk about and all the struggles that we deal with being a mom and trying to grow a successful business. So this really isn't touching on much spirituality stuff today, which, I understand that this is in the spirituality concept, but I really do feel passionate about this, and I just wanted to, do this for all my fellow moms who, are kind of feeling down, kind of feeling stressed, and just know that everything's going to be cool and you're doing an amazing job. So with that subject, I have chosen for the crystal of the week, rose quartz. Now, if you don't know, rose quartz is really a very popular stone. It is really such a pretty pink color. I use it a lot. It's around my house. And so rose quartz attributes. So rose quartz is the stone of unconditional love and infinite peace. It is the most important crystal for the heart and the heart chakra, teaching the true essence of love. It purifies and opens the heart at all levels and brings deep inner healing and self-love. So the biggest thing about that is self-love. And, we all have the mom guilt, right? That horrible mom guilt that we all deal with on an everyday basis. And I really truly feel like every single mom should have a piece of rose quartz, just because it really centers you and gives you kind of that purpose of why you're doing what you're doing, why you're raising children, why you are doing this business for yourself and for your clients. It really kind of collects everything together and kind of molds it into this beautiful life. And, I can't tell you how many times I am so hard on myself. And I'm very much my own worst enemy, and I'm really hard on myself. And I know that there's a lot of other people that have this problem, and rose quartz has really helped me, just kind of give myself a break and give myself the self-love that I deserve. And I know that I need to be the best version of myself for my kids and for my business. So rose quartz is the crystal of the week, and I highly recommend anybody who's kind of, struggling with mom guilt or, just struggling to make ends meet. Go get yourself a piece of rose quartz, hold it close to you, put it in your pocket, put it, just have it around. And that really, just looking at it for me really just kind of calms me down and brings me to a place of love. So let's go to the essential oil of the week. Now, like I said, because the subject is mompreneur and, our mom life struggles, I have chosen lavender. Now, I have to say, this is probably my favorite essential oil. I use it every single day. It's best known for its abilities to promote relaxation. Lavender essential oil has a fresh, faintly floral aroma with a strong herbal overtone and with a hint of camphor. This versatile essential oil is typically steam distilled from the leaves, flowers, and buds of the plant. It is one of the safest essential oils available and is suitable for use by every member of the family. So if you're getting what I'm putting down, if you dilute it, which I do, I will dilute it with unfractionated coconut oil and I'll put it in a roller. And, when it's 7:30 and the kids are still running around like madmen with no end in sight, sorry, not sorry, I'm going to rub that all up on their bottom of their feet and their chest, and I'm going to put some on myself. So lavender is just definitely a staple in our house. I also use it. I'll put a couple of drops after I shower, and once my hair is dried, I'll put 2 or 3 drops in my palms, and I will rub it in my hair. It gives a very nice smell to my hair, as well as it has some great benefits. So, I can't say enough about lavender essential oil, guys. So definitely look into that if you are someone who, might need a little bit extra help winding down at night, maybe something for your kids if they're, anything like mine that don't seem to know when to relax. It is a great oil to have in your arsenal, so please check that out. And the Oracle card of the week that I pulled is from my favorite deck, which is, well, right now, my decks change. My favorites always change, but it is from the Alice in Wonderland Oracle deck by Lucy Cavendish with artwork by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. And I already pulled the card. And the card is number 24, Use Your Time Well, Make Every Moment Count, which I feel goes very well with the subject of the week. We are, as moms, or I'm just going to talk for myself, and if it, resonates with you, I love that. But for me, I am a huge scheduler. I have to schedule everything or else nothing gets done. I have 1, 2, 3. I have like my own personal schedule. I have a calendar for all of us on our fridge, and then I also have, my small little handy dandy notebook that is scattered throughout all the house. So when I remember something, I just write it down. So, I really do. I think I'm pretty good at using my time well and scheduling and stuff like that, especially with being a mom. We really have to know our schedules, right? Because there's just so much stuff between putting the kids on the bus and all the activities and the parent-teacher conferences, on top of everything that we do for our podcasts and our business and everything that comes along with it. We have to be organized with our time. So this is the perfect card for what we are talking about today. So I'm just gonna get to it right now. I'm just not gonna really hold back. So I'm just gonna talk to you guys first. I'm starting this off with the status of my house. Okay. Right now, I have a sink full of dishes. I have a huge, massive laundry pile downstairs waiting to be put into the washer. I don't think I made one of my son's beds. It's winter here and there's salt and there's nests and it's like melting because it's warm out. So there's so much dirt on my floors, and I just mopped on Friday and I am recording this on Monday. My house is, not perfect. My house is not perfect. And before I started meditating, if my house wasn't in, great condition, I would not do anything until my house was immaculate. And I never got anything done for my business. I have to tell you, it is literally a full-time job and a half just trying to keep up with the house. Okay, not to mention the children that are living in the house and the husband that is living in the house and the pets that are living in the house. Just keeping and maintaining a somewhat clean house, I just can't get over it. I just can't get over it. It takes so much time and effort, and sometimes we just have to let it go. You know, I could be sitting here talking to you guys with so much anxiety and pressure and just literally going through my head thinking about all of the dishes that I have to do, all of the laundry I have to do, but I'm not doing that. I am trying to stay present in the moment, okay? I am trying to focus on this podcast because it's important for me too, and it's important for me to talk about this because you guys are going through it too. Okay, if you're listening to this, the chances is that you are a business owner, you are a mom, and you know the struggle. You know how freaking stressful, owning a business and working from home nonetheless and raising children is. It's hard. This is hard work. And we as mompreneurs, it's hard enough being a mom. I'm just going to straight up say it. It's hard, especially when you have one or two, more than two children. It's really hard. It's really hard. And, I'm very grateful for my husband. He is a wonderful dad and he's a really great partner and he helps as much as he can, but he works a lot too. He's also an entrepreneur and he is right now opening up another business that, is taking a lot of his time away from home. And I am feeling the stress. I am feeling, the chaos building. So maybe this is my form of therapy talking to you guys about this subject matter, but you know what? I feel like this needs to be spoken about. And I know that this is going to help a fellow mompreneur give themselves a break because that's what we need to do. I don't care if you are selling LuLaRoe, if you are a photographer, shout out to Grace and Gray Photos in Danbury, Connecticut, my fellow friend Aggie. She has done all of my professional photos. So if you are a photographer, if you are a life coach, if you are a graphic designer and you're working from home, this is for you guys because I am like, I can sit here and I can just have my eyes and my mouth wide open to how much pressure this is. And some of you, most of you do it so beautifully. You really, really do. I watch so many people on Instagram, on Facebook, with their Facebook Lives, growing their business, with little kids. And it's like, gosh, she really has her shit together. Excuse my language. But I'm also a mom, so I know what's going on behind the cameras. I know what's going on behind the pictures on Instagram and, the great posts that everyone is posting. I know that it takes so much extra time because you have a kid that wants, Paw Patrol on and Mickey Mouse is on. So you have to stop what you're doing to change that for him, or you have to change the baby, or you have to do it during nap time. So I get it. And I am commending you guys right now. I am patting you guys on the back, virtually, energetically, whatever you want to call it, because it is really, truly inspiring when you see a woman, building a business and growing and, building a family. It really is. Like society now, it is not 1950 anymore where it is okay for the mom to just sit home and not, and just take care of the house and the babies. Society and inflation and the cost of living is absolutely insane. So we see how hard it is to pay the bills and save money and, have all the necessities. And, for me personally, this is just coming from me. I see how hard my husband works and I see how far the money goes. And I see that it's like he busts his ass and we're still just like, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy that the cost of living has gone where it has, and yet salaries have really, they haven't grown equivalent to the cost of living. So we sit here, we're the ones doing all the grocery shopping, so we see that it's $3.99 for a gallon of milk. We see the cost of healthy food. We see, not to mention just, trying to eat more healthy and more, organic, non-GMO stuff. That stuff is so expensive. So we go to the grocery store every day. We see the total and we see how much time our husbands have to work to, to get that amount of money. And it's frustrating. It really is, because I don't know about you, but like every time I used to go to BJ's once a month or once every 6 weeks, and it was at least $350 for necessities, for basic necessities. And I remember just driving home with so much guilt because I was getting the necessities for, maintaining my house. Like, that's crazy. So we have this thing inside of us that's like, well, let's help. Let's try to gain some income from working from home so we can help out our family, so we can maybe do something for ourselves. And I really just commend all of you. I just can't get over how much work this is. It's so much freaking work. and it is a battle within ourselves to know that we're giving enough attention to our children and to our businesses. And, sometimes we just feel like we're failing. We either feel like we're failing the home life or we're failing the business life. There's never an even energy exchange when it comes to that. For me, anyway, like I said, this is all coming from me. This is all coming from my experience being an entrepreneur and being a mom, because, I don't know what's going on in your life, but I am just letting you guys know this is how I'm dealing with it. This is what I am going through. And if it resonates with you, amazing, because I'm sure it does. So, where was I? Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna keep on going. So basically, I just want to give you guys a round of applause. I really, really do. You guys are doing such a badass job at this, mom boss thing. And if you just had a mental breakdown last week because it's way too much, or if your stress is, at a 5,000% rate, just give yourself a break. Give yourself a break, because, you're doing this, you are creating this business, you are building this business for a reason, right? And we always have to remind ourselves that. We always have to take a step back, when things get stressful, when things, start piling out of control, and just kind of be our own coach and just be like, listen, this is why you're doing this. You wanted to do this because of this, this, and this. You're doing a good job. Nothing is falling apart. It's just the to-do list is growing, and the to-do list is never going to stop growing. It never stops growing. Just this morning, I added 5 more things to my to-do list while I was sipping my coffee. So we just kind of have to live in the moment. We have to just take a step back and maybe it's going to get a little spiritual on you guys right now. If it wasn't for meditation, I learned with my daily meditation practice to take a step back, to evaluate, and to not get so attached to the things that are happening around me. Obviously, they're still happening. Obviously, anxiety happens. Obviously, sadness happens, but I don't attach myself to those things. And that is the greatest gift I have ever given myself, is not to be attached. And, I I know that there are moms listening, or, are my fellow mompreneurs listening that, are freaking out sometimes. They freak out sometimes. They might be, just so stressed. They might be pulling out their hair. It might be because of their children, or it might be because of their business. But you just have to take a deep breath. When I do feel that negativity coming on, what I will do is I will just kind of remove myself from the situation. So if it's my children or if it's for my business, I will literally just walk away from my laptop, or I will, hide in a closet from my children, and I will just close my eyes and I will take a 5-second deep breath in. I will hold it for 5 seconds, and then I will release it for 5 seconds. And I will do this until I feel the anxiety, the stress leave. And I wanted to share that with you guys because I know that there are other people that go through this, and it is okay. You are not failing at being a mom. You are not failing at being a business owner. You are a mompreneur. So, I truly believe that being an entrepreneur is one thing. Being an entrepreneur is badass. So when you're a male entrepreneur, it's hard. When you are a female entrepreneur, you have to work 2 times harder, right? To prove yourself. When you are a female entrepreneur with a family, with children, you have to work 3 times harder. So, you guys are awesome. Like, seriously, you guys are so awesome. We have to give each other a break. We have to give ourselves a break. Just like, I keep on reiterating it because it really is important. You guys are doing an awesome job. We all are doing an awesome job. We have to give ourselves credit, because if we don't give ourselves credit, if we don't give ourselves the love we deserve, our work and our form of parenting is going to struggle. We need to learn to love ourselves and give ourselves a break, because for me personally, when I give myself a break, when I learn to detach from those negative feelings and stuff, it makes me a better business owner, and it makes me a much better parent, because it just helps. It just helps. I don't know what other way to tell you guys this. So, I'm not saying go meditate, for an hour a day, because I know that that's unrealistic. We're not monks, living in a Buddhist monastery. I'm saying when you feel it, when your to-do list is high, when your kids are driving you absolutely crazy, give yourself 5 minutes, lock yourself in the closet, do the 5-second thing. Again, like I said, 5 seconds in, hold your breath for 5 seconds, release for 5 seconds. Give yourself a break, pat yourself on the back, hold your rose quartz like it's going out of style, because you are doing this for a reason and you're doing a good job. So, thank you so much for tuning in. And thank you so much for hearing me rant and ramble about this, because this is my kind of form of therapy, is talking to you guys, telling you what's on my mind, telling you what's going through my life, and giving you the tools that I'm using to make it better. And thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys are doing an awesome job, and I will talk to you guys later. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in.